Some interesting comments there. Both teams really saying that their oppositions can be some of the most surprising teams to play up against. So maybe they're not quite so sure about what's going to come out in this game. I still think they're going to ban that AD Kennen, though.
Yeah, most likely. And I have to agree, though. I mean, they can be very surprising. For against Authority, we saw Freddy122 playing AP champs. I believe he played Karthus in one game in the bottom lane 1v2. I mean, he can play AP, he can play AD, he can play Bruisers. You never know what he's going to use in the top lane. And then you have Jimbones, who, if you ban out his Kennen, he can show you new champions or new AD carries for him that you haven't seen, and you'll kind of could be on the bad receiving end if you play someone very good.
Well, we're into the bans and the picks, so let's have a look then. Lux banned out first by Giants. Surprise, surprise, Kennen banned out here by Against All Authority. Thresh then taken away by Giants. He's also maintaining that 100% ban or pick ratio this in week 3. Obviously, the first week he's been available. Rise was then the 4th pick, which obviously, the 4th ban, I should say, which was obviously the choice of Against All Authority aimed at Extermin. Elise then taken out by Giants.
Yeah, that Rise ban is a perfect thing to use, because Giants have been using that Volley Bear Rise combo really well. I mean, you fling him in, you lock him down, it's really hard to escape, not to mention Rise, who gets extremely tanky, as we saw in that last game they played earlier. It's really hard to deal with, and Exter, I mean, he's an exceptional Rise player, exceptional Kassadin. We might see that as the last ban, but with 6 seconds left, we will finally find out what they want to take away, and also what first pick is going to be.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what actually sneaks through. And you can almost, you know, with that first pick, which we actually get first, figure out what's going to be first. So it is going to be Kale, the last ban, and I was going to say, if it's Xin Zhao, then it's probably a Kale last ban, and if it was a Kale ban, or if it was a Xin Zhao last ban, then it would probably be Kale in there first.
Oh, and we do have Vi slipping through, and it looks like Against Authority want to show that they can play her as well. Sona being picked up as their support, very safe pick if you're not sure exactly where the other team's going to go and you're not sure what you want to use. Not to mention that Crescendo is always so devastating in team fights if you can land it on 4 or 5 members of the opposing team. But Giants now, who do they want to pick up? They have Xin. We saw him played in the top lane last time. And Morden's been playing a lot of Volley Bear. He's also been playing quite a bit of Mundo, but I'm going to go ahead and assume that will be a jungle Xin. But what do they want to pick up here? I'm trying to think. Kassadin, I mean, it is available. But Extra hasn't played him in a while.
No, but I can't even remember how many hundreds of times I've seen Extermin play Kassadin. All the way back to, you know, the early days of competitive League of Legends when me and Demon used to cast the Go For All, for example. We always had the Extermin in there, playing a bunch of Kassadin going through those tournaments. So, you know, we'll see what they go for.
Wukong is available. And he has, actually, sorry, that was over for Against Authority, but we do pick up, looks like a Zyra and a Caitlyn. I was trying to think. I mean, Zyra is also a potential mid-play out of Extra, who plays pretty damn good Zyra. But you know, Against Authority, they're going to pick up here their... I'm going to assume their AD carry, since they already have it on the other team. They only give away their top lane, mid lane, or even jungler, potentially, since they're not exactly sure where Vi is going to go.
Yeah, and obviously that for Giants, we could see that Xin anywhere, pretty much, around the map. So let's have a look then for Against All Authority. Obviously, Caitlyn out of the picture now. We have actually seen No being very Ezreal orientated. We know that he's a great Ezreal player. Currently sat with Nidalee, and there is the Ezreal.
And it looks like it will most likely, I'm going to say in the mid lane, just because that poke comp really opens up a lot of things. You can stay away from Zyra and Caitlyn with their extreme range, not to mention Xin when it gets in there. It's going to be really hard to deal with since he can disperse your entire team, but with these last 2 picks, we could see a potential AP mid, we could see a potential jungler, and also could see a potential top lane. Renekton's still available. Wouldn't be a bad pickup for them because you have a really tanky champion. You have the armor shred off of him, then you have that guaranteed stun, not to mention how mobile he is with those slice and dices.
So let's have a look then. Giants got these last 2 spots to fill. Zyra, as you said, could be in the middle lane, could be the support for that Caitlyn of Jimbones. There is a Twisted Fate, of course, which has managed to sneak through here. We know that Extermin, Twisted Fate, one of his big champions to go with.
Yeah, yesterday against Gambit Gaming, played an exceptional Twisted Fate. I believe there was even a video on Reddit where he teleported out of the mid lane and then turned it into a couple of kills by just going behind his team kind of thing. And yeah, that should get locked in. But as their last pick here, they're a relatively squishy team so far, so they have to pick up someone tankier or someone with a lot of CC. And it looks like they will go for the Volley Bear, so it will be most likely a top lane Xin Zhao.
And Shen has come through completely here without being noticed. So we'll see what they go for with that one. As you said, this Nidalee, will it be in the middle lane? I'm kind of expecting it will be. Obviously, we've seen it in the top lane as well. In terms of split pushing, we saw Peke actually playing the AP Nidalee in one of his best split pushing games, actually. So it just showed that even the variety in which you can build it certainly doesn't really change that much how you can be split pushing through. But let's see here. They got 30 seconds still to lock in their final choice in this. So we've got Sona Ezreal for this bottom lane, Vi, who could still be in the middle, could be in the jungle, could be in the top lane, but that pretty much just tells us everything from this one then, as Renekton comes in for that top lane, Vi in the jungle, and Nidalee in the middle.
The thing was, Freddy, he also plays Nidalee in the top lane, so you're not exactly sure if that or where that will be, but with that Renekton, it's going to be a very strong pick because you can go through the enemy team of Giants and lock someone down, potentially Exter or even Babetta. You kind of want to be the person that gets thrown into your team. You combo that with the Vi ultimate who can knock people aside, and then the crescendo, you have such a strong fight, but then you have that AP Nidalee, which kind of opens you up to other strategies. You can just poke them down for a little bit. If you hit someone squishy on the team, if you hit, pretty much one of the 3 members, so you have a really good chance of landing that 60% chance, then you can easily just go a hard engage right off of that, and Vi gives you that ability too. I think.
First game of the day was, let me think as well. I'll think about it in a minute because we've got Vi coming into this top lane here. They're going in onto Samux as Freddy going to pop his ultimate. This is going to be first blood. It comes down for Vi. Nicely done once again. And, well, that ward there, if it was at that ramp, just for example, they would have seen Vi coming in. Yeah, Twisted Fate is in that lane now. Is he going to get the kill here onto Freddy? He's gone super low. It will be the Ignite that finishes off. Great flash away, but Virtual flashes in himself to pick it up. 2 for 1. And I'm not really sure if that was totally worth it from Giants.
Yeah. In the top lane, Freddy's still being really aggressive. As you see at the bottom, I mean, we see a Vi coming in for a gank. The crescendo missing, though.
Yeah, they're going to go in here on towards Babetta. Going to get exhausted. Will put the roots down, but will they be able to follow in for this kill? Twisted Fate did pop his ultimate, but he's going into that top lane. It's a 3-man gank on Freddy. He's going to get flipped behind, but look how low Extermin's gone from that one. He's going to come back in there with the blue card. Samux picks up the kill. Nice work from that Twisted Fate. Well, Babetta's down to half HP right now. Not really much mana in there, but in that entire time, Slayer here, you can see just hammering away on the turrets. That's going to be that turret going down as Babetta in trouble now. Can Virtual get through? No, he can't, but No will flash in there. Picks up his first kill of the game, and now Jimbones is fancying his chances. Not really got mana to work with to throw those Piltover Peacemakers over there.
Goes down. They can complete a couple of big items. That death cap should be done for Shalea when he does go back, and that's really going to create problems if they do that. And that's super. Samux going 1v2.
Wow, this is very ballsy play from Samux, but he's got Extermin and Morden coming in the side. They're going to try and lock down Virtual. They're going to pick up the kill as well. Samux it is at fault from that one. Flash in from Morden, flash away from Slayer. Both going at it with the flashes. Oh, as that spear comes in, that was heavy range, and I think Samux would have died from that one.
Yeah, he probably would have. And those good intentions out of Against All Authority to try to deny that blue buff away again, but just getting a little too cocky. Virtual paying the price for that.
We will see Ezreal going up there to cover, but on the other side, they're not able to do it. It's Twisted Fate going to portal in as well to offer that damage up. There comes the True Shot Barrage across, not doing big amounts of damage, and I'm not sure that they're going to be scared of this one Ezreal right now, but they should be, because we are going to see Corralius coming in as well. Crescendo goes down, they turn around, going to pump the damage onto Corralius. He's going to die to Extermin, who goes very, very low, but crucially not dead just yet. He tries to juke through the bush. That won't work out. And now Freddy coming in on towards Samux. Stun comes down. Freddy picks up the kill. That is a nice couple of kills coming out for Giants.
And we do have... they very easily could with the damage out of Virtual, Shlea as well, and Freddy, who's very tanky. And a really interesting pickup on, I have to say, Freddy's part is that he has a Black Cleaver, which we haven't seen any Renekton's build just yet, but the shred he's going to give his Ezreal is insane, and that probably allows him to delay that last whisper a little bit longer, and Giants going to go for a ward on this Baron, but I don't think they're going to be able to steal it away, Joe.
They can't really get close to it. Actually, they've peeled off right at the last second here. They're going to get the kill on towards Morden as the root comes in. Baron is still tagged up. They finish it off, and that was such a clinical, perfect move out of Against All Authority.
Yeah.
Now they start pushing
look at Renekton, Joe.
Oh, that not quite coming in. Freddy is waiting off here in the wings. Let's see if they can get involved in this one. Jimbone's absolutely nuked. Here comes a True Shot Barrage. Nicely dodged, but here comes Freddy as well. Jimbone's going to stay safe for now, but the turret won't be able to suffer the same fate. Crescendo comes out. Extermin going to get locked down and nuked by Against All Authority. No picks up the kill, and they continue in towards that inhibitor turret. We are going to see the Zyra ulti coming in, but honestly, aside from the knockup, it's not doing a whole lot to stop this push from Against All Authority. There is the inhibitor down. in maybe a second. There we go, finally will be finished off. And now AAA, actually they're going to get Virtual thrown back in towards the team. Jimbone's doing a good job of hammering away at them. He will flash over the wall and also moving away as well. Ace in the hole comes down, not enough to finish him off. Good move from Against All Authority.
And he had such great position out of Freddy last time to just get around the backside, so it pretty much forces Giants to move in one direction because they have to dodge a Spear and they have to dodge Renekton, so it's a really easy land. And oh my god!
So this is, True Shot Barrage coming across. Actually flashed away from there by Extermin. Needed to do it as well. They're going to pick up this inner turret now. Well, the question that I'm wondering is, are Giants going to be able to stop them here at the inhibitor turret? Extermin's going to go back, heal himself up, come back into the fight. Obviously, they've got decent amounts of health to be tanking this turret up if they need to, but stun card coming out there. Volley Bear Fling could really cause them some problems, as No is going to get flung right into the middle. He gets shut down, absolutely destroyed. Zyra ulti comes in. Virtual now the focus for Giants. Virtual's going to die as well. Double kill for Twisted Fate. Slayer over on the side just throwing spears. He's trying to protect Coralius here, who will flash away. Twisted Fate ultimate is down. They've got vision of the runners, and in the end, Samex decides we can't quite push that one out. In fact, I think there's super minions streaming in towards those Nexus turrets right now.
And we do have Extra still pushing down the bottom again, and I don't think he can afford to do this, but Giants have to concede this. There's no way they can fight this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Caitlyn's actually only just coming back here. Against All Authority, don't have vision anymore of that bottom side. But Extermin going to be pushing out, and I think Against All Authority just going to say, well, fair enough, you go about that. You're going to have to come back if you want to stop this 5-man push that we're pushing in the top lane. Inner turret is going to go down, and there's not much they can do, and probably shouldn't even bother to be around there, and indeed they won't. That is turret number 7 on the board for Against All Authority.
And they're just taking this game pretty systematically right now. It's just, you know, it's like step 1, do this, step 2, do this, and they're just going by the book at this point, as they are going to be trying to poke as much as possible, as you're seeing, because they have that mid lane pushing up with the super minions. We even have Freddy on the side, which really, you know, pinches them in if they want to go for that engage. You hit one spear, Freddy's going to come in with a slice and dice and lock you down and kill you.
And especially if they hit Jimbones as well at that range. That's, you know, Xin Zhao got hit with it, but that's a lot better than if it hit Caitlyn, well, that's
Xin
for sure.
has 3,700 life. I mean, it's quite a bit.
Oh, there's another one in the right direction. Not quite got the range that they were looking for. Another one skimming past Jimbones. They've done a little bit of damage to that inhibitor turret, but not really too much to talk about as the spears continue to fly through that wall. And that's the danger if you've not got vision. You're just hoping that you don't walk into spears in that situation, which is a lot more common when obviously you don't have those wards down there. Freddy actually coming in through that middle lane. Bottom's actually pushed out, which is one thing that's helping Giants hold on so much onto this bottom, onto this top lane. Right now as Morden again gets hit with a spear from Nidalee, and they've already taken it down to less than half HP, and it's just a poke that's coming out. I mean, they've got no heals coming out there. Obviously, they've got Zyra there in as a support. They're up against a team that have got 2 substantial heals as well, and they just can't hold on to it right now.
And the thing is, with that poke, actually, do have an engage on a Virtual right now.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of damage put onto him as the crescendo comes out. Samex forced to back off. He's still alive, though, as Extermin tried to get in there with the gold card as well. Will he be able to land that one? No, not quite. Against All Authority, start to back away. So, Against All Authority headed down that middle lane once again. Inhibitor will be respawning there soon. Obviously, there is that open inhibitor now on the top lane as well. That's what they opened up just that little bit earlier on with that push in the top lane. So I'd imagine they'll be revisiting that top lane as we see the wards going down inside of the base to grant them that vision. They're going to have all those positions on lockdown. Spear just flashing by Morden. Baron up in 1.5 minutes. But still at this point, I mean, Giants have got 1 ward down there. I'm not sure exactly what the timer is on that one, so not sure really if they're going to have any vision of that going through. It's about halfway done, so it might be just that lucky if we see them backing away. But right now, they're going to be going, if they go up towards that Baron, pretty much blind into what could be a very nasty trap.
Yeah, I think they're really going to have to give that away. There's no way they can compete with the damage Against Authority has, even if they do get that strong engage. So AA just going to try to take as many inhibitors as possible, then back up most likely, pick up that Baron, and then just end the game. As we see, ooh, another Spirit lane onto Jims right there. Took him down so low. He just... You got to be able to dodge these spears at this point. They're just so deadly. And whenever you see a Nidalee, you have to know that if you do get hit with one, they're going to engage right after that. And Giants don't have a strong disengage minus Babetta.
So AAA take down the inhibitor. Middle inhibitor, as I said, was coming up soon. It's now there for the taking for Giants. And surprisingly enough, Slayer says, well, I'm just going to go hide behind the wall and throw my spears every time they come off cooldown into the general area and see what we can connect with. I mean, it probably only needs a Mystic shot and a long-range spear, and Jimbones is dead.
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right. As we saw that last time, that one spear dropped him, I think it was like 300 health. But this inhibitor, they're being very cautious, which, you know, you have to kind of respect for Against Authority. Yeah, they're pretty far behind at this point, but they don't want to throw this game. They're not too comfortable with just a head-on engage, so they're just playing their composition the way it should be played, and that will be the second inhibitor down. Baron is back up.
Oh,
so
look at bottom as well.
Oh, that's so many minions stacked up, Joe.
Yeah, that's a lot of minions in there. I'm not sure that Giant's going to be able to clear out here in sufficient time. No actually taking a lot of damage. He's going to get rooted. They're going to go in for the kill here. No gets healed up. Ace in the hole going to land onto Nidalee. That's the first kill coming down. Ezreal out of the fight. A flash away from Slayer. Extermin not going to be able to catch up with him. They need to turn around and go for different targets. AAA going to head through that tri-bush. That will keep them safe for now. Nidalee's actually on the top side of the jungle there. Going to be backing. Hopefully for him, they don't come creeping around the corner. But as far as it goes for Giants, it doesn't get much better than that at this point.
They need to rush Baron, which it looks like they're doing at this point. They need to get in there and really just kill it as quick as possible, give him some sort of advantage. And No, yet again getting caught, Joe. I mean, we talked about that last time at the bot lane where he pretty much died and they lost 2 members, but this time just him alone. But still, he might actually lose the Baron buff for his team, and that might be enough for the Giants to, you know, get in this game because of that sustain. Oh my God, he actually might die to... No, okay, good. He almost died to Baron.
He actually uses barrier there. He was pretty scared about that Baron coming in. Slayer chasing down the backside, but better dodges away from that on Virtual coming in. And Against Authority said, oh, you think you got enough to take Baron, do you? Well, no, you're not. We're just going to force you off from that one. Giants saying, well, you're probably right. And they, Against Authority, are going to be taking this one away again, and then they'll move on that whole methodical way that they've gone up until now of taking down as much as they can with each push. Obviously with that Baron buff on makes it a lot easier, and they're really looking good to take another victory here in LCS. We're going to see them going home one more time. Let's have a look how much gold they're carrying at this point. 2,200 on Ezreal, 1,400 there for Vi. We've seen Mercurial Scimitar picked up by Ezreal, haunting guys for Nidalee. Bloodthirster actually picked up there by Caitlyn fairly late on in the game, but always a great thing to have in your arsenal. But can they do it here, Jason? Is it possible for Giants to come back?
It is. I mean, it kind of diminished when you saw No pick up that Mercurial I can't even say the word. Say it for me, Joe. No, please. Please.
Scimitar.
Yes, that one. He picked that up, so any kind of stun is going to really allow him to escape, which has been the biggest problem so far. Him being out of position, getting locked down, and then dying. If Giants can pick him off, they easily can turn these fights and win them, and then, you know, go for a hard push, because it's pretty late in the game, Joe. It's pretty much 41 minutes in. Oh my God, Babetta almost gave one shot, but it's 41 minutes in. So if you die, you're down for a long time. And if you lose a 5-on-5 team fight 0-5, you almost like lose an inhibitor or even the game.
Did you see the route that he took there? He's like, I have to go top side, as we are going to see Twisted Fate going very low. They're in on towards Morden as that turret finally goes down. Crescendo comes around. Zyra going to knock pretty much the entire team in the air. Jimbone's actually hammering away on Virtual. He's not going to die. Corralius gets turned on. Jimbone's doing a great job. He's going to go head-to-head here with No. 90 caliber nets away, but he's got Freddy sticking to him, and that will be the kills coming down. It's currently 3 men dead for Giants, 1 man down for Against Authority. This could very well be the finisher that they're looking for. That Baron regenning them up there is a turret going down. Extermin going to be focusing. He will be finished off. Second Nexus turret goes down. Against Authority going to zone them onto the fountain whilst hitting the Nexus and pick up their victory here. A breath of relief coming out for